Hi, my name is Jason Woods and welcome to Chasing the Apex. We're yet again here in my garage. Like many of you, we are coping the best we can. And if you or your family member or somebody you know is affected, really, truly, our prayers are with you. Thank you for watching us, especially during these trying times, because we know how your time is very valuable. So last week, we were like, oh yeah, nobody pays attention to us, nobody cares. And then, what happens? Well, a manufacturer reaches out and they're like, we got it, you can't drive. Why don't you talk about us a little bit more? And I did note them and I did show some pictures. So when my friend reached out, and we have some friends in places, and he reached out and he's been a member of this channel. He's responsible for starting this channel for a long time. He's like, hey brother, I got you. So we want to share with you an exploration of Lotus. And we're huge fans, or at least I am. I can't speak for the whole group. God knows Bill is very Porsche oriented, and then there's me, right? I'm like, oh, I don't know, is it a box? I'll drive it. Mario has his own preferences, and that dude's fast, by the way. Our director of production's fast. And everybody has, their own loyalties. I think I'm the only one without any real loyalties. I'm just like, I don't know, what's the best driver? And the best thing I've driven yet is Lotus. And so they shared with us these photos and videos. Thank you, by the way, for sharing these, of the 70th Lotus anniversary. See, Lotus actually built around the chassis. So the chassis is all aluminum. It's built first. And so everything else is designed for the driving experience. And I think Colin Chapman is probably one of the most brilliant men I've ever heard of anyways. He says, add horsepower to go fast in a straight line. Add lightness, or make lightness, or create lightness to go fast everywhere else. And Lotus has done that. They have this recipe for quick. Now, I'm not saying other cars don't do it as well. I'm saying their recipe is very, very good. And if you've ever get in a Lotus vehicle, externally, they're absolutely beautiful. They have gorgeous lines. They're just built for the driver. And if you ever get in a Lotus, the seat's right there, right? You have the steering wheel's right there. It's perfectly placed. The shifter is just amazing. You can literally bang through this thing like it's the thing to do, and she'll just growl and holler and yell at you. And it's funny because you get in other cars, and the other cars are like, and they rush to the corner so they can stop very quickly. And you have to stop very quickly. In a Lotus, you don't do that. You literally throw it into the corner, and that's where it settles. And amazingly, the engineering of this thing is just settles into the corner and sticks. And I don't think I've ever driven anything like that. Now, I've had the opportunity to drive some pretty cool cars. And Bill, don't get mad at me. I am a fan of Porsches. I just don't want to go wreck your one of 40 rare slant noses there. So don't get snobby with it.
See, as soon as you back off the throttle, all the weight transfers to the front because the boost goes away. See that? That's what makes these cars hard to drive.
I don't think it's hard to drive. I think it's very easy to drive.
Well, we're not pushing it very hard yet.
No, I'm not. What's this yet stuff? I'm in a $150,000 car. You want me to push it? Nah. How about I just drive her? Oh my God, that is good.
I know. Bill, if you guys have seen him in past videos, he's an admitted Porsche snob. I'd love to see what he thinks of a Lotus on the track. for everything. Lotus actually built a track car for the street. I mean, that's really what it is. It is a purpose-built race car that you can drive on the street. That's, you know, that's evolutionary. I mean, that's beyond something that I can personally understand. And I've only driven the Evora GT, and only for a very short period of time. So my opinions of it was, I don't know. I think the right word would be it was breathtaking. Now, I wish I had more time in it. I wish I had experienced more, but I didn't. You know, I had what I had. And I was grateful for it. And you guys can see that video that actually goes all the way back to the beginning of all this. So we were actually founded on the idea that we would find the ultimate driving experience, that driving nirvana. And you can trace Lotus's history to that, right? Because they fit with our model very well, or what we're trying to search for. That doesn't mean another car doesn't do it better. That doesn't even mean that Lotus does it as well as I think they do. What their philosophy is seems to fit with what I believe or currently believe, and that's that horsepower does not equal performance. Driver plus the connection between the machine that's built to create that connection, that's what creates fast. That's my objective, to become a better driver, and I want that weapon to make me do that. And so Lotus took their time. I mean, literally, I want you guys to think about that for a second. A major manufacturer reached out to Chasing the Apex, a little channel with 580 subscribers today. And they said, hey man, we're sorry you can't tape. Here's some footage for you. Seriously, that's kind of a big deal. No manufacturer ever would do that. So consider that. I mean, I know I as a buyer, I as a driver, I as a constituent, that's impressive to me. That shows a lot of love. And thank you for doing that. And for this video, I want to especially thank Simon. Simon Orrell is his name. Simon Orrell. Chasing the Apex is his brainchild, just as much as it is mine or anybody else's. Not because he's so biased. He's not as biased as you think. He doesn't have blinders on. And we just, all petrol heads love the same thing. And that's the love of driving. And so some wrench, some build, some collect. Some of us just drive. And here on Chasing the Apex, drivers matter. So thank you for watching Chasing the Apex. Thank you for taking this step back in history with me. I think it's really important that we covered that. Some manufacturers do care. Some manufacturers still are for the driver. Because I guarantee you, Chevy isn't going to call me, Lamborghini's not going to call me, Ferrari's not going to call me, Porsche corporate's not going to call me. Ford's not going to call me because I called their car a barge. So they're going to be like, yeah, I'm not going to call you. Jeep's not going to call me because, really, let's face it, I kind of took their Jeep out and turned it into a submarine, as one of our wonderful subscribers say. It's nice that somebody reached out to us, especially when we thought, really, the channel wasn't going to make it during this period of time. I mean, we thought, well, by the time we come back, nobody will remember who we were. And here you guys are, you're taking your time to help us provide content for you. And we appreciate that. And we appreciate every comment you guys give. We read them, and we appreciate, our ravenous fans, that are out there beating the bushes for us. Seriously, to our subscribers who take the time to share this, because I do get emails going, hey man, I found you through so-and-so, or hey, my girlfriend sent me this, and hey, you guys are great. When you guys do that, it's a big deal to us. We take it seriously, and that's part of what keeps us going. And we appreciate that. It helps us grow, it helps you grow, and eventually it'll help us put you behind the wheel, because that's our ultimate goal. So that way you can make your decision yourself. I mean, I'd love to put you in a Cayman R and a Lotus and go, hey, go for it on the track. That would be my goal. You know, which do you like better? Which is driving truth? You know, I don't even know that, by the way. I don't know that. But that's what I'd like to do someday. I'd like to do that in a safe environment. Thank you for watching Chasing the Apex. I'm going to ask you again. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe, hit the like button, hit the little bell notification, leave a comment below. Engage in conversations, man. We read these things and there's like 5 comments, but you know, there's 5 threads with like 50 comments each. You guys are having full-blown conversations and it's awesome. You guys are building your own community and we love it. And we read every comment and it's hilarious and it's great. So we had a commenter last video asked me when I was going to start selling sweatshirts. I'm not going to sell that sweatshirt. It was a gift, but thank you for noticing the gift. You don't see things for sale here. So somebody out there is going, oh, Jason, everything's for sale. No, not everything is. And I got to tell you, sometimes you don't want things for sale. Sometimes you just want to drive, brother. And that's what this channel is. This channel is about driving. And it's about finding that driving truth. We don't know what that is yet, but we're going to try and find it. So stay with us. Thanks for watching Chasing the Apex.